The winter window is slamming shots and Chelsea are moving crazy. From the explosive real reason behind the Aaron Anselmino recall to the emergence return of Mamadou Sarr and even a massive Liverpool hijack for Jeremy Jacquet. We are breaking it all down, plus a massive deadline move for Tyrique George to Everton. But before we dive into this video, if you are new here, welcome to the channel. If you have been following me for a while, you know the drills. Help your boy get to that 10k subscriber mark. Let's dive into it. Starting from Anselmino to Strasbourg. This isn't just another loan, this is a full-blown transfer war. While the world was watching the deadline, Chelsea just pulled a power move that has left the Bundesliga absolutely fuming. According to Fabrizio Romano, RC Strasbourg are now favourite to sign Aaron Anselmino on loan from Chelsea. Zero chance for a return to Borussia Dortmund after comments about club keen to buy him. Chelsea didn't like that, plus seen as future player be rejected from Premier League clubs as well. You heard that right, the bridge and just born, they have been demolished. Anselmino is heading to France and Dortmund are left holding the bag. Let's get into why this is actually the smartest piece of business the board has done in ages. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed it. Aaron Anselmino to RC Strasbourg, here we go. Deal in place over loan until end of the season. Argentine defender was never gonna return to Borussia Dortmund and Chelsea picked RC Strasbourg as best solution. Former steps to follow. Now why Strasbourg? Why not keep him in a high level league like Bundesliga? Because Dortmund played a dangerous game and Chelsea decided to stop being the victim. Look at what Ben Jacob reported. Understand Chelsea are disappointed with Dortmund for trying to tap Anselmino and persuade him to sign a pre-agreement to join permanently. Anselmino is not for sale, and this is where it gets dirty. Dortmund weren't just admiring the player, they were reportedly in his ears, trying to bypass Chelsea and lock him into a feature in Germany. It's a classic tactics to lower the valuation of a player and force the parent club's hands. Fabrizio Romano even went deep on his YouTube channel. He said relationship between Dortmund and Chelsea is now not so good. Chelsea were not happy when Dortmund were commenting about Anselmino like the intention to sign him on a permanent contract. Chelsea also considered Anselmino as part of their project, so they were not understanding why Dortmund went public mentioning Anselmino on permanent contract. So Chelsea were really upset about that and recalled the player. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not usually the one to defend this board or this ownership, but this is a perfect move. Why? Because we have seen this movie before. Remember Chukwuemeka, after his loan, he refused to move anywhere apart from Dortmund. That was the work Dortmund did in the background, poisoning the well so the player could only have eyes for them. Chelsea essentially become a victim of Dortmund's manipulation. If Anselmino stayed there and fall in love with the Dortmund project, it put Chelsea in a nightmare situation. Even if he's eventually up for sale, if he only wants Dortmund, we have zero leverage. It becomes a classic case of accepting whatever crumbs they offer us, or the player won't move at all. It's a dirty tactics, plain and simple. By sending him to Strasbourg, our sister club, we keep him in the BlueCo family. We control the narrative, we control the minutes, and most importantly, we protect the assets. Chelsea is no longer a shop window for Dortmund to browse. We want our talents, we pay the price. You try to tap them, we take them back. So over to you, my friends. What do you think? Is this the right move to protect our future stars? Or should we have let him finish the season in Germany? Let me know in the comments. But wait, there is a massive domino effect happening right now. This isn't just about Anselmino, it's about the return of a future star. Fabrice Hawkins dropped the exclusive. Mamadou Sarr is expected in London this Monday. Chelsea will terminate the loan of the Senegalese international to Strasbourg. Anselmino will go the other way and will be loaned to Strasbourg. And if you needed more proof, L'Equipe has confirmed it. Mamadou Sarr departure to Chelsea is practically a done deal. Mamadou Sarr actually started for Strasbourg against PSG last night. He wore his armband, put in a shift, played the full 90 minutes, even though Strasbourg lost 2-1 to 10-man PSG. Think about that. He played his heart out for the badge, and now he's on a flight to London. This is the domino effect in full swing. For Anselmino to go to France, get the minutes he needs, Sarr has to come home. It's a one-in, one-out policy that finally brings one of our most exciting defensive prospects back to Stamford Bridge. And honestly, I have been crying for this since the Jeremy Jacquet link started surfacing. Don't get me wrong, Jeremy Jacquet is a talent, but why are we looking to spend a 60 million pounds on another maybe when we have Mamadou Sarr right here? Sarr is a Senegalese international, an AFCON winner, and he has been a defensive pillar in Ligue 1. Recalling him now is the smartest thing Chelsea could do. We save the money, we reward the player who has been excelling. We fill that gap in our defense with someone who already knows the BlueCo system. And this is why I said earlier that I actually like this move from the board. By swapping them, we solve two problems at once. We rescue Anselmino from a toxic Dortmund where they are trying to manipulate his future. We upgrade our squad by bringing back Sarr, who is ready for Premier League minutes under Leon Senior. It's a strategic masterstroke. We protect Anselmino's value by putting him in a friendly environment at Strasbourg, and we strengthen our first team without spending a penny in transfer fees today. This is the multi-club model working in our favor for once. But speaking of Jeremy Jacquet, the drama doesn't end with Sarr. There is a reason Chelsea we are pushing hard for him. Now let's talk about the battle that have been setting the phones line on fire between London, Liverpool and France. It's Chelsea against Liverpool for the signature of Jeremy Jacquet. Fabrizio has been all over it saying Liverpool are in a battle with Chelsea for Jeremy Jacquet. It's Chelsea against Liverpool. They are battling for every single million on every single details of the deal, talking to Rennes, talking to the player, but Rennes will not sell the player in this window. It's now for the summer. Rennes will get a record sale, so more than the 64 million euros they received from Man City for Jeremy Doku. And this wasn't a casual interest. Peletigo reported that Chelsea and Liverpool are in direct talks to reach a pre-transfer agreement for Jeremy Jacquet for the summer. So far, there is no agreement with any club for a move before the deadline. The race remains open at this stage. Rennes are pushing to keep him until summer. As always reported, Bayern are not in active talk, only monitoring. There is also no total agreement between Jacquet and Chelsea at this point. And Fabrizio added, it's a big fight between Chelsea and Liverpool for Jacquet to join this summer. They are battling for every details, every million. Both clubs are going head to head on their project, the salary, development of the player, with the club trying to get his green light. Liverpool didn't show up yesterday either. They have been in trenches for weeks trying to convince the player that Anfield is the better destination. But then the hammer dropped. Breaking news, Jeremy Jacquet to Liverpool, here we go. Deal agreed now for June 2026 as revealed. Understand fee is 60 million euros plus 10 million on add-on to Rennes. Jeremy has agreed personal terms with Liverpool. Agreement done for summer 2026 for one of the most talented centre-back in the world. Now here is my take. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I genuinely don't care. Why are we breaking the bank and spending 70 million euros on Jeremy Jacquet when we have solution right in front of us? And I've said this in many videos. Why sign him when we could just recall Mamadou Sarr or even use Aaron Anselmino? We are literally sitting on a gold mine of defensive talent. Spending 70 million on another young centre back when we have Josh Achampong is just bad business. I'm happy we missed out. Let Liverpool pay the record fee. Let's save the money, invest it somewhere else where we actually have a hole in the squad. But moving on, finally we have a movement on a player we all have been rooting for. With injury crisis hitting hard elsewhere, a massive door opened up. God. Kenan Gill has reported Everton has shown loan interest in Tyrique George, a Jaglish injury. This is huge. Everton are flying under David Moyes, currently sitting 9th in the table. But they have been rocked with the bad news that Jack Grealish has suffered a stress fracture on his foot. They needed creativity, they needed flair. They turned to Cobham to find it. The talks moved at lightning speed. First, we got the scoop. According to Fabrizio Romano, Everton has sent an official loan with an option to buy to Chelsea for Tyrique George. Everton currently leading the race for George as talks are underway with many clubs keen on Chelsea player. And now the confirmation we have been waiting for. Tyrique George to Everton, here we go. Deal in place after official bid sent yesterday as exclusively reviewed. Loan until June, full salary covered by Everton, and a buy option clause not mandatory. Medical booked. And I'm genuinely happy for George. Remember what this kid went through last summer. He was literally minutes away from a 22 million move to Fulham on deadline day. He had the medical done, the bags were packed, and then the deal collapsed at the 11th hour because moves didn't fall into place. It was heartbreaking for a young player who just wants to play. Since then, he hasn't featured as much as he deserved. He only had 11 first team appearances this season, mostly in calls and early Champions League rounds. He needs minutes. He needs Premier League stage to show exactly why we rate him so highly. Going to Everton under David Moyes is a fantastic move. Moyes knows how to handle young wingers. With Grealish out of the season, Tyrique George is not going there to sit on the bench. He's going there to be the main man in that attack. The fact that the buy option isn't mandatory is also a win for Chelsea. If he kills it at Goodison Park, his value skyrockets and will either bring him back or command a massive fee in the summer. It's a fresh start he has been waiting for since that Fulham disaster. And with that said, that's the end of the video, my friends. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. You will be